Well, on the eve of our National Day, an opinion column in the Post has put the cat among the politicians. Political commentator David Farrar says that in the current environment, New Zealand needs to be bigger to survive, so we should become part of Australia. Suffice to say, the view's had its critics, Paddy Gower being one of them. So we've got both Paddy and David with us now. Welcome both. New Zealand joining Australia, David. You can't really be serious. How is this at all a good idea?
Oh, I am very serious because it's not that I think it's desirable, but it's now necessary. The world has changed. We've gone from what Mark Carney called the rules-based order to might is right. And we're too small to be able to prosper in such an environment where one of the large countries can say, you have to agree to this or you get 200% export tariffs on everything you send us.
Paddy, is there anything in this idea that you can see as positive? There's a flood of Kiwis crossing the ditch every day, of course, for better pay, better lifestyle. Why don't we just all join them?
Yeah, totally, they can go for it, but in terms of an idea of actually merging with Australia, I would classify this as the worst idea in New Zealand political history, bar none. This is actually completely stupid. To go with them in this current scenario would probably even put us at more risk. Look, China, if they're going to take anyone out after Taiwan, it'll be Australia. We'll be in the firing line with that. That's a simple practicality. But it goes like this. We should be going the other way, even more independent, become a republic, become nimble in the new world order. Don't straddle ourselves to some hunky old, hoary old Australia in the way of a fight with China. Get out, become a republic, become independent, and really have a vision for the future of New Zealand as one of the greatest countries on earth. None of this sort of waving the white flag of surrender like what David is doing.
David, you have put this idea out there, of course, in a world where Trump is after Greenland. Could this be a case of careful what you wish for rather than becoming the seventh state of Australia? Should we be putting up our hand to be the 51st US state?
I think that would be even more unpopular than this idea. Thing is, look, Australia, we're already economically and culturally integrated. Only country in the world I can travel to and I don't feel like I'm in another country. And, you know, what Paddy said was right for 10 years ago, but the idea that just be nice to everyone and we're going to be okay because they think that's so lovely, they're an independent country, that's not the world we live in.
Paddy, are you suggesting as well that bigger doesn't always mean better?
Totally. And I think nimble is better than being big and slow. You know, it's the same on the rugby field. And it goes like this. As far as I'm concerned, with my vision of us becoming a nimble, even more independent country, we could end up with Australia wanting to come and join us in 10 or 20 years. And that's the kind of New Zealand I want. Not a New Zealand that sort of wants to surrender and give in and we can't do anything. Where is the belief that we as Kiwi are the greatest people on earth and we could actually run the damn show? That's the kind of country that I want.
David, anything you'd like to add there?
Look, the two things aren't contradictory. We're a great country with great people, but that doesn't count for anything in this new world order. It's about national interest. In Europe, 9 of the 12 biggest countries now have nationalist governments, and what they do is say, what's best for us? We don't actually care about if you're nimble or if you're nice. We just care about naked self-interest.
We'll wrap it up there. Team political commentator David Farrar and journalist Paddy Gower. You're both in Wellington, so I will remind you, do not go swimming, but thank you very much for your time.